Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha HaKodash. Shalom. Welcome to another live lesson. This lesson is going to be centered around a video that Apostle Elder Tahar did called Seal the Book Even to the Time of the End. So this is a response to that video. I wanted just to touch on that because Dr. James White, the Edomite, his son, pretty much read a scripture to try and justify all nations being saved and all nations being brought into this truth. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. That is not true. That has never been the case, and that will never be the case. There's never any time in history where the Lord Yahweh chose all people, and there will never be a place or a time when the Lord Yahweh Bashem El Shai will choose all people, because he only chose the nation of Israel. Now, I want to play a clip of the video that Apostle Tahar played, and I don't know, and this guy here, he read Revelation chapter 5, verse 9. I don't even know what version it was he read. You know, I thought it might have been the Geneva Bible, but I checked the Geneva Bible and the wording was different from what he was reading. So I don't know what version he's reading. If he's reading the New International Version, I don't know which one he's reading. But I want to play it, let you hear what he says, and then I want to go into it just based off of one word that he read out of whatever version of the scriptures that was. So let's get to it.
What I want to get into real fast is...
Okay, yeah, this is him speaking. Now listen to what this guy says to show you that these people don't know what the hell is going on.
So that's my response. Let me bring in a couple scriptures. In the book of Revelation, chapter 5, we have a vision of the worship that's taking place before the throne, in front of the throne of God and in front of the Lamb. And I'll just start reading at verse 9. And they sang a new song, saying, "Worthy are you to take the scroll and to open its seals, for you were slain, and by your blood," this is all being addressed to Christ, "you ransomed people for God from every tribe and tongue and people and nation."
Now he said, what he read, he said, "And you shall ransom." Let me bring it back again a little bit.
To Christ, "You ransomed people for God from every tribe."
So you said you ransom a people for God. You know, now I looked up the word ransom. I went to the Greek in that particular chapter. You know, we're gonna get into it, Lord's will. But I just looked up the word ransom in the online etymology, you know, or etymology online dictionary. And when I went there, it says ransom 1200, some paid for the release of a prisoner or captured man. From Old French rançon, modern French rancon or rançon, earlier rançon, ransom, redemption. So now the word ransom goes back to the word redemption. From Latin redemptionem, nominative redemptio, or redeeming, from redimere to redeem, buy back. So that ransom, which in the King James Version, you have the word redeem. It says from red, back, which is re is back, plus emere, to take, buy, gain, procure. So the word ransom is the same word or a synonym for the word redeem, which the word redeem means to buy back. All right, now let's go here. same online etymology dictionary. The word redeem, early 15th century, buy back, ransom. You know, I mean, we could read the rest of it, but the main point is to buy back, because re is back and deem is to buy back. Now, why would the scripture use the word redeem or redemption for the Messiah, where it speaks here, Revelation 5, and I'm gonna start up at I'll start at 8, right? It says, "And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, before Yahushai, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odor, which are the prayers of saints. So these are the prayers of the saints, which we know the saints are Israelites. When you read in the book of Psalms, 148th chapter, the saints are Israelites. So the prayers that are going up into the ears of the Most High are the prayers of the Israelites, no matter where they are on the planet Earth. Okay? It says, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book, because this book that it's speaking about is the Bible. And as you read up above, the Bible was sealed. No one was able to read of the Bible because the Bible was sealed for a certain period of time. So when Yahushua came on the scene, he broke the seals on the mysteries of this book. And that's why after he was crucified, that's when the seals were broken, and he was able to go back and open up the mind of the disciples to be able to understand the things that were written in the book, because they were going to have a mission at hand, which was to teach the mysteries of the book that couldn't have been taught in other times, because the seals of the book were sealed. You know, the book was sealed. It was a total mystery. So this is a song that these beasts and the elders in the heavens are singing to Yahushai. And they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and has redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood. Why? Because that was the agreement that when the Lord gave us the laws, if we broke the laws, the only way to receive redemption for breaking the law, for sin, was to sacrifice the blood of an animal. But that blood of an animal sacrifice became redundant to the Lord, to the Most High Yahweh, and he didn't want to hear it or smell it or even see it anymore. So what he did was he made the second covenant, which was also redeemed by blood, and that blood was Yahushai's blood. That's why he became the sacrifice. That's why I said he was the adoption to redeem his people from their sins. Why? Because the nation of Israel, that was the agreement that the Most High himself made with us through the hand of Moses. So it says, and has redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Why? Because Israel was scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. You know, and wherever there is a nation and a language, you better believe there are Israelites there, because they were scattered there pursuant to the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which we're going to get into some of that, you know. Now, we have here the word redeemed in the Greek, right, which goes back to the word agorazo, which the root word to agorazo is the word agora. It means to be in the marketplace, to attend it, to do business there, buy or sell, of idle people to haunt the marketplace, lounge there, right? And as you read through here, it says properly to go to market, an example by implication to purchase, especially to redeem. See, this is to redeem, buy, redeem. And we read that the word redeem means to buy back. So now what is Yahushua buying back with his blood? He's buying back the nation of Israel that had to be redeemed back, because there is a law in the scriptures that states that if we fall in decay and then we're sold to another nation, our brother that had the means and the money can redeem us back. Okay, this is the book of Leviticus, the 25th chapter, and I'll start at the 47th verse. It says, and if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him. So this is a law that you can be redeemed. So when we broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, that broke that agreement. So the Lord turned his back on us and allowed us to be taken by these nations. So we became captives under them. So now that we became captives, there had to be a way for us to be redeemed back from our captivity. Now, how was that redemption done? It was done through the blood of Yahushua. You know, so now that we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, as the scriptures say, now the redemption is coming. Now the Lord is starting to gather us from all the four corners of the earth. This is the reason why the internet was created. This is the reason why the word is going out. This is why they have so many videos of Israelites out there speaking and teaching to redeem back the people of the Lord. You know, it says, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him. Either his uncle or his uncle's sons may redeem him, or any that is not of kin unto him of his family may redeem him. Or if he be able, he may redeem himself. So this is the law of redemption, you know, to be able to redeem yourself. The word there, redeem, let's see what Gaal, the word Gaal is to redeem, act as a kinsman, redeemer, avenge, revenge, ransom. See, ransom, to do the part of a kinsman, to act as a kinsman, to do the part of next of kin, act as a kinsman, redeemer. By marrying brothers' widows to beget a child for him, to redeem from slavery, to redeem land, to exact vengeance. So this is what's going on. We're being redeemed from slavery. So back then, whenever that would happen, your brother would be able to redeem you back. But it came to a point where that was no longer the case. Because before I read on, let's go ahead to Deuteronomy 28 and I believe it was 29. Yep, it says Deuteronomy 28:29, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Meaning no man was going to be able to redeem thee. No man was going to be able to help thee. As is stated in the law, that if you fall in decay, your brother was supposed to redeem you from the hand of these strangers, but we couldn't be redeemed. So Yahushua, the Lord had to send Yahushua, our big brother, to shed his blood to redeem us back to the Most High. All right. So going back to here, Leviticus 25 and 50, and he shall reckon with him that bought him for the year that was sold unto him unto the year of Jubilee, and the price of his sale shall be according unto the number of years, according to the time of an hired servant shall it be with him. If there be yet many years behind, according unto them, he shall give again the price of his redemption out of the money that he was bought for. And you know, we brothers could read on. This is a couple more verses, but pretty much this is the law on redemption. So our brother was able to redeem us if they had the dough for it, you know. So now our big brother redeemed us because he redeemed us without money. He redeemed us with his precious blood. So when Yahushua shed his blood in the book of Revelation, the 5th chapter, it says that, and they sung a new song saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood. You brought us back to the Most High by thy blood. So his blood was the price of the redemption out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Why? Because the nation of Israel is scattered among all of these nations, and that was part of the curses that came upon us. To Deuteronomy 28:64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And we're going to get back to that, okay? But let's deal with the redemption part. This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 5 and verse 5. It says, 4. There were also that said, we have borrowed money for the king's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards. Yet now our flesh is as the flesh of our brethren, our children as their children. And lo, we bring into bondage our sons and our daughters to be servants, and some of our daughters are bought unto bondage already. Neither is it in our power to redeem them, for other men have our lands and vineyards. So we didn't have the means to redeem each other. Why? Because the law was, if your brother fell in the cave, if he went into slavery, if you had the money, you will go and you will redeem him, depending on how much time he had left for his slavery. But being that all of our land was taken, we couldn't get up the money, so to speak, to redeem our brothers. You know, so the Most High had to send Yahushua on the earth to redeem us back. And that's the reason why it says here in the book of Revelation 5 and 9 that we were redeemed by to the Most High by the blood of Yahushua out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. All right. So going back here to Deuteronomy 28:64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. This is the book of Nehemiah 1 and 6. Matter of fact, I started 5 and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, power of heaven, the great and terrible power that keepeth covenant and mercy. See, he keeps covenant because when the Most High makes an agreement, he doesn't break his agreement. His word is bond. You know, you can bank on that. So the Most High, the covenant that he made was the agreement that he purchased us from among the Egyptians back then. And the agreement was, here goes a set of laws, statutes, and commandments, instruction book that you were supposed to follow. You follow this book, and if you mess up, then you have to sacrifice certain types of animals to me for your redemption. It came to the point where the Lord got sick of it. He didn't want to smell it no more. He didn't want to hear it no more. He didn't want to see it no more. So he had to send Yahushua as the ultimate sacrifice to buy us back, because there was nothing else that we could do, and there was no other man that could buy us back or redeem us. So that's what the redemption was. Okay. It says, let thine ear now be attentive and thine eyes open, that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant, which I pray before thee now, day and night, for the children of Israel, thy servants, and confess the sins of the children of Israel, which have sinned against thee. Both I and my father's house have sinned. And what is sin? Sin is the transgression of the law. Who was given the law? The nation of Israel. The other nations were never given the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We have dealt very corruptly against thee, and have not kept the commandments, nor the statutes, nor the judgments which thou commandest thy servant Moses. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. And that's the reason why when you read in the book of Revelation 5, it said that Yahushua redeemed us to the Most High by his blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Now let's read on. Verse 9, Nehemiah 1 and 9. But if you turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though they were of you cast out unto the uttermost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them from thence and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. And that's what we're waiting for right now. Okay. Now these are thy servants and thy people, whom thou hast redeemed by thy great power and by thy strong hand. O Lord, I beseech thee, let now thine ear be attentive to the prayer of thy servant and to the prayer of thy servants, who desire to fear thy name and prosper, I pray thee, thy servant this day, and grant him mercy in the sight of this man, for I was the king's cupbearer. So pretty much the Lord said, if we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, the Lord will redeem us and bring us back from the four corners of the earth. Okay. And how we read over here in the book of Nehemiah 5 and 5, yet now our flesh is as the flesh of our brethren, our children as the children, and lo, we bring unto bondage our sons and our daughters to be servants, and some of our daughters are brought unto bondage already. Neither is it in our power to redeem them, for other men have our lands and our vineyards. Now let's go from there, get another one. This is Psalms 49th chapter, starting at the 6th verse. They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother. Why? Because in this time now, it's not about money. It's about the blood of Yahushua. Nor give to the Most High a ransom for him. It says, for the redemption of our soul, of their soul, is precious, and it ceaseth forever. Now, how was our soul redeemed? Well, let's go to the book of 1 Peter. I believe it's chapter 1 and verse 17. And if you call on the Father, who without respect of persons judgeth according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. For as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold. That's why I said, if you trust in your riches, none of you can deliver your brother. For your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers, but with the precious blood of Yahushua, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you, who by him do believe in the Most High, that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in the Most High. So the Yahushua's blood is what redeemed us out of all these different nations and tongues, you know. Let's go from there to the book of Psalms 25 and 22. It says, redeem Israel, O Most High, out of all his troubles. And this is the people that's going to be redeemed. And the word for redeem or redemption is the word padah. That's a pa-da-ha, padah. To ransom, redeem. The same word that Dr. James White, the Edomite son, read in whatever version of the Bible he read. The word ransom means what? To redeem. Ransom, to redeem, buy back. The word redeem, to buy back. What are you buying back? You're purchasing back the people of the Lord that went astray, that were cast off, that sold themselves to worship different idols, worship the philosophies of these other nations. Okay. So where are we at? Padah. So Psalms 25:22, redeem Israel, O Most High, out of all his troubles. And this is what we need. We need the Lord to redeem us out of all of our troubles. What's coming? Jacob's trouble. And the Lord said, what? Well, hold up, man. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. By who? By Yahushua, because no man shall buy you, no man shall redeem you. As we read in the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 29, where it says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as a blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. And I believe there's one more in here besides this last one in the 68th verse. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall save you, no man shall redeem you, no man shall ransom you. Because there was already a plan in motion before the world was created that Yahushua's blood was what was going to redeem us from among these different nations. Okay? Now, let's go from there to the book of Psalms 44 and 22. It says, yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Awake, why sleepest thou, O Lord? Arise, cast us not off forever. Wherefore hidest thou thy face, and forgettest our affliction and our oppression? You know, because we're waiting for Yahweh to send Yahushua down. For our soul is bowed down to the dust. Our belly cleaveth unto the earth. Arise for our help, and redeem us for thy mercy's sake. You know, the word for redeem is the word padah again, which means to redeem or redemption or ransom, to buy back. All right, the next one in the same book of Psalms, the 130th chapter and the 8th verse, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. And the word redeem here again, padah. So the Lord is going to redeem us from all these iniquities. But how is the Lord going to do it? He did it through the blood of Yahushua. And this is the reason why it's written in Revelation 5 and 9. And they sung a new song saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us, brought us back to the Most High, because the Lord turned his back on us. That's the reason why the crucifixion and shedding of the blood of Yahushua is also known as the adoption. And then an adoption is to buy back. And adoption is to give a father back to the child. Okay, by thy blood, by Yahweh blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Okay, so get it right. Get it right. All right, so let's go from there. Go back here. Go from there to the book of Isaiah, chapter 50, verse 1 and 2. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? Behold, your iniquities have sold yourselves. Salaki, for your iniquities have you sold yourselves. See, so this is what happened. For our iniquities, we were the ones that sold ourselves. And for your transgressions is your mother put away. So we were put away because of our transgressions, and because of our iniquities, we sold ourselves. Wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? Is my hand shortened at all that it cannot redeem? Or have I no power to deliver? Behold, at my rebuke I dry up the sea. I make the rivers a wilderness. Their fish stinketh, because there is no water, and dieth for thirst. So the Most High is the one that can redeem. And he is the one that did redeem. He redeemed us through the blood of Yahweh Shai. Now this word here for redeemed, I'm not sure if it's the word padah or another word. Let me see right here. Redeemed, padawath. Now the word padawath is what's the word I'm looking for? Plural. Because padah is redeem. Padawath is here you go, ransom. You know, which is plural, because there's more than one person that's going to be redeemed. The ones that's going to be redeemed is a nation of Israel, but in this time is going to be the elect. It says distinction, also deliverance, division, redeem, redemption. Okay, to be bought back. All right. So now from there, let's go to the book of Galatians, chapter 4. In verse 1, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors unto the time appointed of the Father. Even so we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of the world. But when the fullness of the time was come, the Most High sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law, which means he had a father and a mother, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. And we know that those that are under the law is the nation of Israel. And let's just get that real quick, just in case if you got any naysayers out there. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob. What is the Most High's word? His laws, his statutes. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Who is Jacob? The father of the nation of Israel, whose name later was changed to Israel. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. In case you didn't understand, he hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So these other nations were never given any of the laws, any of the statutes, any of the commandments, any of the judgments, any of the prophecies. They weren't given nothing, no inheritance with the nation of Israel, ever. To redeem them that were, Galatians 4 and 5, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. And the word here for redeem, it might bring you back to the word agora. Yep, exagorazo. Exagorazo, ek is out, gorazo is the agora. To be plucked out of the agora, out of the marketplace. And that's the reason why we go out there and teach. Because this word is plucking Israelites that are part of the elect from all walks of life. To redeem by payment of a price, to recover from the power of another, to ransom, buy off. Why? Because we are still found under the hands of this devil. And in the law, it states that if your brother was able to buy you back, he would buy you back. But the Lord, it came to a point where the Lord said, no man is going to buy you. No man is going to redeem you. No man is going to save you. The only one that was able to do it is and was Yahweh Shai. Metaphorically, of Yahweh Shai freeing the elect from the dominion of the Mosaic law at the price of his vicarious death, which really was the dominion of the Romans. not the Mosaic law, because the Mosaic law or the law itself is going to be put into our inward parts once we get to the kingdom. That's part of the second covenant or the second agreement. To buy up for oneself, for one's use, to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good, so that zeal and well-doing are, as it were, the purchase money by which we make the time our own. And that's the reason why we tell brothers to use your talents and push your talents out there, because this is the redemption money, you know, and the redeemed are out there. You know, the ones to be redeemed are out there. So we have to just keep pushing the word so that the Lord can seal his elect from the four corners of the earth. All right. So now from there, let's go to Titus. Titus 2:11. It says, for the grace of our power that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men. What's the grace of the Most High? Yahushai. He's appeared to all men of Israel, teaching us that, denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world, looking for that blessed hope. What's the blessed hope? Yahushai. Waiting for him to come back. You know, watching, looking for that blessed hope, for him to come back. The same way that the old man Simeon, the priest, when he saw Yahushua and held him in his hands and put him up to heaven, he said, blessed are you, Lord, for you have shown me the consolation of Israel, or the redemption of Israel. And this time around, we're looking for that redemption to come, crack them clouds, to come and deliver us from this hell. And the glorious appearing of the great power and our Savior Yahushua, who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all our iniquities. Iniquity is what? Transgression of the law. Who was the law given to? The nation of Israel. And purify unto himself a peculiar people. Who was this spoken of? A peculiar people. The nation of Israel. When you go back to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. Zealous of good works. These things speak and exhort and rebuke with all authority. Let no man despise thee. Because no matter what the hell they believe, if they don't believe it, the hell with them. If they don't want to accept this, the hell with them. You know? The other nations have nothing to do to build with us. Our forefathers told them that in the book of Ezra. You have nothing to do to build with us, man. So just step off. You, Dr. James White, the Edomite, your son, Vocab Malone, all you wacky-tacky Christians, step off. This ain't for you. All right? So now from there, I want to go here real quick to Isaiah, the 6th chapter and the 9th verse. And he said, go and tell his people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart. This is dealing with 2/3 that's blinded, and convert and be healed. Now the word there, convert, the ones that hear the word and convert, the word there, convert, shawab, to return, turn back. So now how in the hell can you return to something that you were never a part of? The other nations were never a part of this. Only the nation of Israel. So get that through your thick skull. Only the nation of Israel will be redeemed and saved. That's it. That's why it says here, Revelation 5:9, and they sung a new song saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed, brought us back, us to the Most High by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, because Israel is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And that's that. And that's scripture. All right. And if you say any different, then you're a demon. And going back to Leviticus 25, if you wax poor and were sold to a nation, your brother would redeem you, right? Well, let's check this out real quick. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 2 and verse 10. For it became him for whom are all things, dealing with Yahushua, by whom are all things, and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings. For both he that sanctified and they who are sanctified are all of one. So he sanctified us and redeemed us through his blood, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. So Yahushua is our big brother that redeemed us, as is stated in the law. And how was he rich? By his blood. His blood was the greater riches, as it states in the book of 1 Peter that we read, the first chapter. Let's go. Right here is, for as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold from your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers, but with the precious blood of Yahushua as of a lamb without blemish and without spot. Why? Because he is our big brother. You know, as it states here, for both Hebrews 2:11, for both he that sanctified and they who are sanctified are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. You know, 2 Samuel 7:23, and what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom the Most High went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods. So the Most High is the one that did this and redeemed us, and he's about to redeem us again through the blood of his dearly beloved son, Yahushua. And the word redeem, once again, padah. For thou hast confirmed to thyself thy people Israel to be a people unto thee forever. And thou, Lord, hast become their power. Going back to Revelation 5:9, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Why? Because the nation of Israel was scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So Dr. James White, the Edomite son, Joshua White, the Edomite, you give it up, all right? And all you wacky-tacky Christians, give it up. No matter which way you go, the Spirit of the Lord is going to corner you with these scriptures, man. So just give it up. But we know you're not going to give it up, because that's what y'all devils do. You know, you're trying to contort and twist the words of the Lord to fit you. Now that slavery is all done away with, you know, now you want to jump in there and get grace. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You devils are going down. You know, you're going down, and that's that. You know, hey, shalom to the brothers on the Akim. I know y'all was putting a lot of bad scriptures, man, but you know, we're just in the spirit just to go through these precepts, and with that, I hope you brothers have been edified. To the next time I say shalom.